but I am not in a mood to be yelled at by a man today, just for the sake of a panel.
It's straight up disrespect to wait till we go live and then talk about what they shouldn't do as if you've been disrespected.
Kiana, can I ask you a question?
It's giving very masculine vibes. Like, I really have done a lot of spiritual research on this, and there is divine feminine women and there's patriarchy girlies. The girlies who support the patriarchy, the girlies who support the system that has been set in place.
Whatever divine feminine thing you say you run and you don't have years, dates, timelines, books, references, but you
this is ancient wisdom. This is ancient wisdom.
You don't have any information. You said it's new and not back from history. So when in history were women running men?
Go ahead.
Are you asking?
Yes. She doesn't need
the answer is she doesn't have an answer.
I know.
The answer is she doesn't have an answer.
My answer.
What's up, YouTube? JayBReacts back in here with another video. Now today we have a Team Fatty panel review video. Now we have a Miss Kiana X from a previous video that I reviewed of her being called out for being a dating coach predator. She's back. When we live in these bubbles of thought, it can be a good thing and a bad thing. But when you get placed on a panel and you have to explain your bubble thought mentality to other people, it might sound crazy as hell. And that's exactly what happened. And this wasn't just a man versus woman thing. This was a woman versus woman, man versus woman, panel versus woman situation. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment below. And without further ado, let's dive into the content.
So the point is, learn how to listen to what he's saying and not the delivery. He doesn't need to fit into deliver it the way that'll make you feel better, right? Because if he's already your man and he's also your leader, you should know that his tone or however he's delivering it, he's not meaning to harm you, degrade you, or disrespect you in no type of way. And you guys proved in real time why they don't take the time to communicate anymore.
I don't believe that's true either. Men are very
I have to agree. I have to agree with Lover Girl. You definitely change your tone when you're speaking to your wife.
Let me get Kiana and Coach Reed to Chris. Cammy, you're not the coach. Kiana, do you want to intervene in anything that was said before, and then we go to Cammy? By the way, if I show Cashapp in the camera, please don't stop talking, okay? Go ahead, Kiana, and then I'll have a question for Cammy.
Yeah, I do. I do think I need to set a boundary first before I answer any questions, because I love this podcast. I love that you guys are creating this platform to have these important conversations. I do. I love it. But I am not in a mood to be yelled at by a man today. Just for the sake of a panel.
What?
Or, be disrespected, interrupted, all that toxic masculinity. I don't want
sorry.
that.
There's literally only 3 guys on the panel.
But has anyone on this panel ever?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no. Hey, me and Ali and Richie's beat.
Oh, no.
We just beat. What did we do?
You haven't done nothing yet. I'm just saying I've been on the panel.
Why would you, someone that's
two other times?
But they've never disrespected you, so what's the point of that disclaimer?
In order to report,
See, like this little hyena right here.
For boundaries, that's not a problem.
See, like this little hyena right here. Whoever interrupted me.
Established before the stream started.
Called her a hyena.
They've never done it.
I will say that they were a little turned up when we were on there Monday. Wait, was that Monday?
And she doing this little interrupting thing. I would appreciate it. I was really talking to the men, because I have been interrupted.
Okay,
I've watched them.
No. Wait 1 second, friends.
I think her biggest problem on this panel today is going to be the women. The women are feisty and they know what they're talking about. So she don't have to worry about the guys on this one.
Ali and
let me finish,
control
please.
melanin.
Let me 1 second again. Friday show.
I just want to set the boundary and then continue.
No, it's not the boundary. You don't have to. You know why you're doing this for performative? We stayed on the back for 20 minutes. You could literally say that on the back. And you know what I would say to you, Kiana? Today's show is called Ladies First. I literally told Melanin, if we start to talk too much, Melanin, tell us to shut the fuck up. I said that. So now no. So like now that right you know, so now that you know that you are going, like we made the show around you, it's going to be about your videos. You are going to have the microphone the most. Please leave us alone. Thank you.
Yeah, this is projection. That's projection.
I'm not bothering you. I just wanted to make that boundary clear.
That's projection.
You don't need to do that.
Y'all got it now.
Nah, she actually hurt my feelings.
Yeah, because that was.
And my feelings too.
She won't stop yelling at me. She won't stop complaining.
But you just saw in real time how she said it. Her tone was just neutral. She just said
it doesn't matter that she has.
I just want to set the boundary. Like,
it doesn't matter that
I'm not going to be a part of that. That's it.
Hold on real quick. We're not doing this. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. We're not doing. Wait, excuse me, Kiana.
This is what she's talking about, brother.
If you don't want to be on the platform and you feel that way, you don't have to be here. If you want to participate in the comment, and excuse me, Alexis, excuse me. This is not no woman bashing, disrespectful platform. We don't do that, okay? We can be passionate. The women were just passionate. Nobody just tone police the way the women were just talking to each other. Don't ever, please, if you come on our platform, you're not going to coach men how to talk. Don't start.
Don't worry, friends.
That's why I said I respect how you guys choose to run it.
I got rid of the patriarchy for you. Ali is a very bad man, and we are going to be on our place. And King Reaches, if you do that, you are going to get it, okay?
Thank you.
How is she so in agreement to that? And it's almost like a little, of course, Fatty was just joking, playing a little bit of a game. But you see how some of them, you damn near got to treat them like kids to make them feel good. This is scary.
To behave like little boys. Big Mama, make sure that you actually like fill up the shoes that we are going to leave for you. Okay, I appreciate you. Go ahead.
Well, thank you, Fatty. Thank you, guys.
Kiana, you did see in real time how emotions do get involved naturally in conversation.
No, that's not what happened. And these are disclaimers that could have been taken care of behind the scenes. What y'all don't understand as women is there was no need for that. It's straight up disrespect to wait till we go live and then talk about what they shouldn't do as if you've been disrespected. If you're going to have a viewpoint online where you're saying things and you know you're being reviewed, be willing to take the heat. This doesn't need to be, we all have to be gentle and in love with what Kiana's saying, or please don't make, this is all personal, and I don't appreciate what just happened.
Melanie's right.
Okay. That's okay.
If you cannot take the heat, stay out the kitchen.
Feel that way. I'm allowed to set a boundary,
and I'm allowed to say something as well.
Kiana, can I ask you a question?
It's giving very masculine vibes.
Kiana, can I ask you a question? I remember it was not. I think it was Friday or the last Friday before that when we were on together, and it went a long time. I think that you're referencing that, right?
What went about?
No, just in general, I've like seen it on other different panels as well. I just wanted to be like, you're allowed to state your opinion.
Friends, I already said it's ladies first. Hey, I already told y'all. It's ladies first. It's not the same panel. It's not the same show. Can you go back to the conversation, please?
Thank you. I wanted to go back to the conversation, but Melanie's over here running that mouth, though.
Nah, Melanie going ahead again.
Melanin is cooking once again.
Have a talk.
Okay, let them have a talk. Okay, so let's move on. Hey, let them have the talk, please. So the man can be quiet.
Run that mouth, being masculine.
I'm not running my mouth. I'm literally the co-host, right? So I can, where I see fit to say something, the only person that can make me yield up here is Fatty and Ali. If they have a problem, my leadership up here is Fatty and Ali, not you.
That's respect.
So hopefully they will check you when you start interrupting.
Hold on, please. Hold on. Hey, Fatty.
Right. The clock that one.
Hey.
You set a boundary.
Like I said.
This is crazy.
I want to move forward.
Hey, Kiana, one second.
Mad.
So why can you? Now, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to be the moderator of this show from now on. My opinion is going to be kind of irrelevant. When I tell y'all to stop, don't keep going. Okay? We have a deal with Melanin too. If Melanin interrupts any of y'all, I'm going to tell Melanin to chill. But if y'all do the same and y'all keep talking, I'm going to step on y'all just like I step on Melanin. Is that fair? So the moderator
sound like the guys are being very fair. Fatty and Ali, they're being very fair to say that, hey, he's going to regulate the situation. He actually at this moment he's trying to protect you from the females on the panel because that's going to be your biggest adversaries.
Fatty's here. Let's go to the show. Kiana, what do you have to say about the topics, please? Let's go back to the show. Thank you very much.
I mean, I was the creator of the video, so I stand on it.
Okay, so you have nothing to say. Thank you very much. Cammy, let me ask you a question, Cammy.
That was rude, but okay.
You literally spend 10 minutes to not say nothing.
Oh man.
The girls were talking to me about what I was the boundary I was setting.
Unbelievable. And y'all want us to listen to y'all 10 minutes just to say, I don't know. Oh, I made the video. I don't know.
I was continuing to talk.
Patriarchy is so toxic.
Oh, Lord Jesus, please help
and you
me.
rudely took the mic. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Control your masculinity. Go ahead, Kiana. And Melanie.
She wants that.
Put Fatty out of there.
Thank you. I was saying I agree with the video. What was he doesn't listen to you? Yeah, he doesn't listen to you. I totally agree with that. If a man's highest prize, most luxurious prize is his woman. So listening to the woman's intuition, that's obviously a good, tight relationship, not some little girl you met on the street, but somebody that you're in with and you trust. You need to listen to her divine guidance because God's speaking through her. So to like really negate what your woman is saying is really shooting your own self in the foot, really shooting your own household down.
Is your feeling that God doesn't speak to them directly? I'm just asking.
Yeah, good question.
Say it again.
Is your feeling that God doesn't speak to them as well?
Of course.
God speaks to them first. God doesn't speak to the woman first. He speaks to the man. The only reason why the woman reaches to God is through the man. It's God, man, woman, child, right? So all this divine femininity, you don't even know your place to be acting so divine and saying, I'm here to help and I'm here to God.
That's in your world, sis.
Divine feminine.
Remember, we're not interrupting. I thought y'all were interrupting. Excuse me. Hold on. Hey, Kiana, you said, we not only did you set a boundary, then Fatty set another boundary. We want to interrupt each other, and now you breaking the boundary.
I thought she was done. I'm sorry. I
want to say this: regardless of what you believe in, we cannot disregard that there is some form of hierarchy in the world that we live in.
Straight up talking mode, and
you knew it.
So that's not.
We had a stopping point. I'm sorry. Keep running them out. Keep going.
Okay, so like I said, you don't even know your place. God, man, woman, child.
Hey, Melanie, hold on real quick, please. And we're gonna move on after this. This is the last time we stop it, right?
I need to respond to her,
excuse me. No, hold on. You will respond to her. Can you set a boundary to make sure you're respected and not disrespected as a woman, right? But then the melanin, you're not setting that same boundary with melanin. Why did you ask for us to make sure you don't get talked over to disrespected, but you're not setting that same because this happens all the time too. When we set these boundaries, why isn't it given to all the women? And a lot of times feminists, without saying you were feminists will set a boundary that women should respect each other, but when they don't agree with a so-called pick-me or a woman who seem like they're male-centered and says something you don't agree with, you disrespect that very woman. So if we're going to respect women on this panel, and it's ladies first, she should get that same respect even if you disagree with her, right? Because supposedly we yelled at you and disrespected you because we disagree.
At least she said she want to be yelled by men, not women.
Excuse me, Skipper.
I would say that's selective masculinity.
Excuse me, please. Let's not
and femininity.
We're making it ladies first, so y'all can talk more. But if y'all want respect, make sure you respect the other ladies as well too. That's it.
Absolutely. So I thought she was done.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So let's have a phenomenal, y'all. Let's have a phenomenal show. Not do this tone police and stuff, please. Can we do this?
I ain't mad at it, Ali.
All right,
get your show.
Just be able to catch yourself when you interrupt. Just say, "Oops, my bad." All right.
Yes. Oops, my bad. I'll respond after you, Melanie.
Yes, the patriarchy is back down. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Or can I respond to you, Melanin? No?
Go ahead, because you stopped me in the middle of my thoughts, so go ahead.
Okay, I won't do that anymore, girl. Okay? I thought you were done. I'm sorry. That's your world, though. How you said the God, man, women, child, like that's your world. Like I really have done a lot of spiritual research on this, and there is divine feminine women, and there's patriarchy girlies.
What?
The girlies who support the patriarchy, the girlies who support the system that has been set in place after ancient and divine time has already lived on forever. Then came along the patriarchy. These men created this system to where they're now in power. Instead of having women and man be in divine union and it's an equal theme, different roles, but still an equal
nothing is equal.
Role, like it's still an equal, like playing field, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Nothing is equal.
The men came in and took over. And so now we have women even supporting that system that men are over. So sis, keep that in your playing field. And if you want to learn about divine femininity, I encourage you to come join the Daily Divine Feminine for every single day.
This is why they call her a fraud. On the last panel, they call her a predator because of the way how she preaches her actual dating advice, it doesn't make sense. See, this is why there's duality in everything. This is why when you get into these bubbles, you get so wrapped up into them that you think that's the only thing that exists, and anything is everything and everything is anything at the same damn time. This might be a commercial for Cop the Merch Duality Factory, because there's duality in everything. When you get caught in some of these bubbles in these spaces of thought, you will only think that that is true, and then you're gonna make yourself sound crazy after a while.
Hey, we practice our divine femininity, right? So I'm just saying, like, make sure keep that in your world. The patriarchy girly, like, keep that in your world, okay?
Okay, so while anybody up here today in the back and forth with me, please don't monologue, all right? So, because you say several different things and I can't hit on one point. So, question for you.
Well, melanin on it.
Because you're saying that this is some new thing where men are in charge. You said it's new and not back from history. So, when in history were women running men or in charge the way you're trying to display it?
We don't have records of it.
Go ahead.
Are you asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, typically, yes. Really, since the founding fathers, it's kind of been like that.
Y'all, she couldn't answer the question, y'all. She is back in the corner right now. Melanin is striking.
Yeah.
Founding fathers?
Wait.
Cool. I don't think I have a question.
What kind of sensitive? I would like to.
Kiana, escape. Her name is Kiana Escape.
But like, that's just the time that I'm in right now. Okay, so that's why I say the founding fathers. Like, that's when it started. That's when this patriarchal system theme
the
started.
United States?
You know? Yeah. But it's all over the world, of course. But I'm just speaking on my.
No, Kiana, 1 second, Kiana, because I need to understand exactly the question was. Can you repeat it again, Melanie, just to make sure? Repeat it again.
She's saying that she's saying men being in charge is something new, that women were the divine power in charge and over everything. So I said, when was this time?
And
she said, since the founding father. Can you explain, since George Washington and all those people on, like,
I'm taking it out everywhere, but I have a lot of stuff in my head all the time, so I'm trying to narrow down my message. But I didn't say that, by the way, sis. I said men and women were in divine union, so not one was above the other.
What's that?
I said one above the other. One is not above the other.
When were we equal? When?
Before this time, for sure. I don't know exactly how my dates correctly, but this is ancient wisdom. You know.
How do you run?
Where do you get the ancient wisdom from? Who passed it down towards you? See, we understand that there were matriarchs at one point in time, but that time period, it can't even be recorded because we know that there's still an order and structure. Men are still high on the food chain when it comes down to how order is established. So all this matriarchy stuff, no, men just love and appreciate women a lot to where they will have them in their matriarchy zones to where they control certain things. But we still know that men dominate the world, and it is what it is.
And whatever divine feminine thing you say you run and you don't have years, dates, timelines, books, references.
Yeah, she gonna cook herself.
But this
is ancient wisdom. This is ancient wisdom.
You don't have any information. You should be able to boop.
Okay, so how about the ancient? Okay, so how about the ancient Egyptians?
Times much more before like the Roman Empire and stuff. Like before.
I have the days. I have the time.
She doesn't need the answer. Is she doesn't have an answer.
I know.
My answer is ancient wisdom. My answer is ancient wisdom.
She doesn't have
Anybody in the bottom row can help her bring the you remember the time?
Love girl.
Yeah, I do have a question for you.
We've got the questions
today.
Roxy, what was the time? Can you be very quickly and specific? What was the time?
So if you look into ancient Kemet, if you look into the actual gods, the Anubis, and I don't know all the names of the gods off the top of my head, but yes, they held respect to both the feminine and the masculine. So
no.
Like every other religion has done the exact same thing. They still have balanced both of them out. Both have had their roles in history, regardless whether the structure is man is still a little bit more dominant than the female. They still were in it together.
Somebody knows what's going on. Somebody knows what's going on.
Hey, friends, hey, 1 second, friends. Y'all need to answer the questions.
They can't.
They can't.
What?
They can't answer this.
No, please, let me finish, please. Melanin question was not when was the woman respected or when was the feminine respected. When were women in charge? That was the original question. Kiana said founding fathers, and people in the bottom were talking. When were women in charge? Can you give us a specific time in history where a woman was clearly in charge?
Thank you.
Egypt. Cleopatra.
What, Cleopatra? I knew she was going to say that. That's it.
Don't do that, please.
You want me to list it?
France,
Cleopatra was the downfall
Angela
of
Merkel, Merkel, and Theresa May.
Hold on a little bit. Alexis said Cleopatra was down. I don't know the history of it, but they'll name these few women, and that's all fine and dandy. But y'all don't still realize that these women are using men to enforce the law and authority. That's the only way that it's going to be pushed and enforced by.
Were the most powerful people in Britain, in Great Britain and Germany. But men is still, like Kiana says, the patriarchy. They are running things and building things. Just because Hillary Clinton wins the election doesn't mean that becomes a matriarchy, right?
Exactly.
So even though Cleopatra was in charge, there was clearly a hierarchical structure that was built by men.
Damn, Fatty struggle with that word, brother. You be saying it, but he is spitting facts right now.
And managed by men and all that, right? So now that we took Cleopatra out of the way, especially because Cleopatra was literally dominated by a Roman. If you guys know the history of Cleopatra, you would know how this should go. He was a Roman man that went to Egypt and literally took over that shit. We are going to refrain from using that, and we are going to give another chance, please, okay?
Wow.
One place in time
this
where a woman was clearly in charge, and y'all can say, the Amazon island where Wonder Woman came from. Okay?
What about the
where
Dahomey?
was this place?
What about the Dahomey that the Amazonian women were actually inspired by? Is that well enough for you?
What is the name?
The Dahomey tribe.
Homie.
Dahomey.
Like Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that. I don't know who is she talking about. The Homie who? Only one I know is Homie don't play that.
Dude, this is crazy.
You talking about that movie?
No, Woman King was based off said movie, but that was a real tribe.
Woman King, yeah.
Oh, that's the Woman King thing.
Oh, movie. Okay.
Can we just mention the fact that, no offense, Kiana, but this was your point to substantiate. How is it that you come and listen? I don't entirely disagree with your take, but at the same time, this was your point to substantiate. Your only answer was ancient.
Thank you.
Was ancient.
Y'all ain't gonna come on here and let the white girl cook y'all like that. Y'all gonna let the white girl cook y'all like that? I don't know what to say.
And
yes,
that's not like if you're gonna talk about this divine femininity, you need to be well immersed in said divine femininity. And I don't agree with the take of like God speaks to man, woman, then child. I don't like that take. I'm not religious though, so maybe that's just me. Okay. But either way, if you're going to speak about this ancient divine femininity and speak as though you know it and you're immersed in it, I would suggest maybe doing a bit of research and knowing where I'm just a suggestion. I don't know.
I actually agree with you.
The kingdom of Dahomey was a patriarch as well too. There were women who had positions as well too, but that was a patriarchal kingdom as well too, y'all. That was not a matriarch.
Well,
there's no time in history.
Hold on. I misheard the question. I thought we were still talking about the point.
You keep listening to respond. That's why you missed the question.
No, I was actually taking care of trolls in my chat. But thank you so much, Melanin.
We're on the chat instead of the panel.
Okay, but I actually had trouble being inappropriate in my chat, so I was trying to take care of that.
All right.
No, what did you think the question was?
The original question was of how men and women were equally working together.
That's fair, Roxy. Alexis actually had a great point. Kiana, can you learn that parachute and either give us like the place in time or retract that and says, I'll come back next to y'all next week? Like, give us something so we can actually go to the people that haven't talked on the panel. Go ahead.
I like what Alexis said. I'm not even against that. I'm actually learning it for myself as I go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got out of that patriarchal relationship. You know, try to follow my mom's footsteps, try to like be under a man regardless of how he acts, and tried to do that whole thing. Then I had to really step back, connect back to my inner and ancient wisdom, and step out of that patriarchy girly mentality and now walk in my divine feminine. So
this is dangerous. She said that she just learned this and now she is teaching it to people and she's still learning it. This is scary.
I am learning as I go and trying to help other women do the exact same thing, if that makes sense. So maybe I could have I could research and have like actual dates and stuff, because I guess that's what y'all like people want to have the dates, but it does not deter the truth though. It's still ancient. It's still truth.
I do have a question.
Never said any truth.
Yes, it
is.
True.
I do have a question for you, Kiana.
Yes.
Damn.
Go ahead, Skipper.
There's
a question, and then Cammy and Miss Bella and Coco uninterrupted. Go ahead, Skipper. What's the question?
When you say a man that doesn't listen, is that what you say? Like a man that doesn't listen to his woman?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly do you mean by listen? Do you mean like literally just sit there and intake the information that she's saying, or do you mean like put action behind what she is saying? Like, what do you mean by that?
Both. Any type of form of not listening, period.
Because a man can listen and take the information, but then make a decision that, you know what, I heard what you said, but I think I'm going to go a different direction based on all the facts and knowledge that I have. Yep. Do you still think that then makes him like egotistical? Like, do you still think that falls under that?
Not necessarily. If he's doing making a decision in the best interest of him, his wife, and his family, I think that's beautiful. As long as the woman is not hurt in that process, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just like always action behind it. Because sometimes a man can listen and just still make the decision that he's going to do what he had set out to do because he still feels it's the best decision.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
1 point for Kiana and about 30 or so for the rest of the panel. We're going to go ahead and leave it right here. That's the end of the debate. Now I want to get back to Ms. X and these bubbles or whatnot, these spaces of thought. I went through a lot of phases of thought in my 20s. And I will say I appreciate those moments because, like I said, it just drives you to figure out what possibly is the truth. What is right? What line or what realm can I sit in? But once you go through these realms of thought, and if you don't break out of them, you'll start seeing that as much as you think you don't know anything, because a lot of this stuff cannot be proven or disproven. You know, you can only go at the things that's really factual in front of your face, the way how the world operates, the things that you really see, what people do, what the world does. You go off of that. But when we start going in the fairy tale realm, not to say none of this stuff don't exist, but it's only so much you can prove. And when you're trying to teach people something that is very hard to be proven, that's going to be difficult to receive. And if you can't even explain it, you're going to hurt yourself on these panels for sure. Well, you come on one of these panels, you got people like Melanin who actually know how to convey her thoughts and really break down conversations and debates. You might end up looking crazy. Because in your head, it makes sense. In their head, it's like you talking out the side of your neck, and you can see everybody's reaction to some of the things she was saying. It was like she just was catching herself up. And then for her to be like some type of a coach, it's all cool to be in like, spirituality, the, feminine energy, you out there, you earthing, you doing all your natural holistic practices. That's cool, fine and dandy. Lead with that, but you still have to lead with some form of logic as well. Because when you think it's just woman, and you think men are on that same journey being holistic, spiritual, you got another thing coming, because you got guys on a spiritual level that's way beyond what she even think is real. They don't even believe in that man versus woman shit because they understand that this world is based on duality. So they're not even gonna put a spin on it to say that one is greater than the other one. And that still don't say that because one ain't greater than the other one, which would say equality, that the world still ain't equal. There is no real equality still. It's situational, it's circumstantial. So that shit get deep. It gets very deep and it's hard to explain sometimes. Miss Kiana, don't bring your points up if you can't explain it. Nah, I'll have this link in the description, man, so y'all can watch it in its entirety. Shout out to Fatty, man. Shout out to Fatty, Ali, King Richies, Melanin, everybody else on the panel. Shout out to them. It was a great episode. But I like I said, y'all like the video, hype the video. Comment below. It's your guy JayBReacts. Until next time, y'all. Peace.